If you've watched enough Supercard videos, you're bound to run into one of these comments, cause they're everywhere, and they've been going on for over a year now. Apparently these guys have this Supercard cheat, this Supercard hack, that's gonna give you unlimited credits. Who doesn't want that, right? Unlimited energy cards, and also unlock all the cards for you in the game. I also saw one of them claim that you're gonna get unlimited tokens. There's only so many tokens you can put on the card, but anyways, most of them will go ahead and link to this Twitter status by Tips and Tricks. This is the most popular one, and a ton of people have actually tried this, unfortunately. Some actually more than others, maybe a bit too much. But anyways, this Twitter status goes ahead and links to a website, and I thought we'd go ahead, check it out, and debunk this shit. So let's check out how dumb this is, and it all starts off with how little information they apparently need to determine who wants these credits in the first place, where to send the credits to. I mean, they're not going to send you credits anyways, but they at least need to pretend like they will. So the biggest problem here, the biggest giveaway, is the username part. You know why? Because Supercard usernames aren't exclusive, they're not unique. So let's say my username in the game is Kurt. There's a ton of other people that can have the same username. It's not like an Xbox Live gamer tag or a PSN ID where once you pick a username, nobody else can choose it. For instance, one of my teammates has the username Dennis. I played against a ton of other people with that exact same username. So this is about as dumb. This is the equivalent of somebody telling to somebody else, hey, I'm going to ship something out to you, just give me your first name. No, that person never had the intention to send you something in the first place because they can't ship something out to you with just your first name. So that's, right there, a big giveaway that this is all bogus. And then, the total credits generated today. This thing keeps on climbing up at a steady pace, at the exact same pace, for forever. It doesn't slow down ever. It's at the exact same pace the entire time with no slowdowns at all, which just, this isn't realistic. Like, everything slows down at some point. Okay, maybe not everything, but most things like this, like, hey, people go to sleep, people go to work, people go to school. So for it to never slow down at any point in time, this is just a plugin, a counter that they put in to the website. So now, let's go ahead and test this out, right? I'm going to go ahead and put it in a username. Now, of course, with everything, with every game, when they ask you for a username, there's a character limit. You can't have like a username with 200 characters or something like that. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to put in a ton of characters. Something is just not there when it comes to Supercards. So I'm going to put a ton of A's. Let's put a dot here. Let's put a bunch of other A's in there. So I think that's enough. And then device platform, let's say Android, amount of credits, we'll put the max. There we go. Let's go ahead and generate this. Now let's see. Oh, it's working, guys. Oh, look at this. It found my username despite the thing freaking going past the screen and not being a username that you can take in the game or can't use in the game. So now a bunch of mumbo jumbo that they probably got from something else, just some random stuff to make it seem all technical. And then, hey, all of a sudden, you need human verification. So usually for something like this, they'd have you, identify a couple of images or maybe, some text that you need to write out. But no, their human verification is what? An offer. You need to complete an offer to supposedly get those credits. And these offers, if you do actually complete them, will pay whoever made this. But anyways, guys, here's the thing with these things. This has been going on for over a year. If this actually worked, this would have been taken down a long time ago. We've seen exploits in Supercard like people getting duplicates of event cards. That got fixed. So if this worked, this would have been long gone. Now, this doesn't explain the comments, the spam telling you to try it out, this cheats or whatever, and linking to the Twitter status. Why are all these people posting these comments? I'll let you know right now. So, if you're in a country that doesn't get any offers, so they don't have any offers for you, they can't make money off of you, then they give you this page, which tells you that, hey, we don't have any offers for this country, but you can still get those credits if you go ahead and post up or copy-paste this comment or these comments that we tell you to in a bunch of Supercard YouTube videos. So that's where those comments come from. That's why they're posting them up on the YouTube videos that this website tells them to, because unfortunately they're falling for it and they think if they do that, then they'll get the credits. And there's a bunch of other sites like this One of them actually I was sent by one of my teammates, Bexplex, uses my one of my Supercard thumbnails to advertise it, which wouldn't be the first time somebody steals my YouTube thumbnail. Actually, for Roblox, a bunch of people stole my 5 reasons why Roman Reigns will win the Universal Championship thumbnail that I used way back when Reigns was about to compete in the Fatal 4-Way match and never physically touched the Universal Championship. If you search Roblox Roman Reigns, the picture where Roman Reigns is holding up what looks to be the Universal Championship, I made that thumbnail. At that time, Roman Reigns had never physically touched the Universal Championship, so there wasn't a picture out there of him grabbing the Universal Championship up high. But anyways, enough about these credits generators, let's get to the gameplay. Alright my peeps, so it's time for the Neville ring domination. It actually started about almost 2 hours ago, so I played maybe 3 matches, that's about it, so gotta catch up on that. But also, I'm in my first Ultimate King of the Ring right now. My record or win-loss in it isn't all that great, because my sleep schedule is kind of messed up right now, so I slept a bunch of hours and obviously couldn't energize during that. So currently in the standings, I believe okay, so I'm number 5, or tied for number 5 actually. So we'll see how that plays out. As far as wild mode goes, I finally went ahead and pro'd Rhino, maxed him out, pro'd The Miz, and also pro'd Alexa Bliss and maxed her out, so currently in Ultimate Plus, ready whenever the new tier drops. Now let's go ahead, play some Road to Glory at the same time, get some energy cards, and also while we're doing all of that, train some cards, because I've got a bunch of cards in here to train at the same time. The good thing about Road to Glory, one of the good things, is that you can also train a ton of cards at the same time, more than any other mode, and still keep your win-loss record. At least in the beginning when you're not, reaching any walls or anything like that. So, we've got a 2-stat match right here, so of course going to go with Jack Swagger and Goldberg for the simple fact that I'm trying to train Jack Swagger. 2-stat match, of course, better than a 1-stat match. Now anyways, man, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the brand new Team Deagle, the ultimate Team Deagle, the new one. It's called Team Deagle Pro. They got the Samoa Joe card, so congrats to those guys. I'll go ahead and flash the points, the team points breakdown for the event there. If you guys would like to join this team and you are of the ultimate tier or above, you can go ahead and contact me on Twitter, although at this time it is full, but I'll keep you in mind in case anything happens later on or we need a replacement or something like that. I'll go ahead and contact the leader and we can maybe get you in if you're an active player. Aside from that, man, currently training a ton of cards. I've got Jack Swagger to train, Neville to train. Actually, there's a card in here that I forgot to tell you guys about that I pulled from, I think, the Neville ring domination, if I remember correctly. And I'm currently training that card. It's a female card, by the way, in Road to Glory, but got a lot of training to do and got a lot of leveling up to do. I actually used up most of my WrestleMania pros, and you guys, if you guys saw my last video, I actually would use my WrestleMania pros in Money in the Bank. So what I did instead, I went ahead and replaced my Money in the Bank deck from the WrestleMania pros to a bunch of just single Harden cards, because I had a bunch of those. So put those in instead, and used up the WrestleMania pros to level up a ton of cards, but I still have like 3 or 4 ultimate cards that I need to max out. They're at level 0 right now, and I need to max them out somehow, so I'm going to have to use maybe the remainder of my WrestleMania Pros, which isn't much, because I'm not going to use my event WrestleMania Pros. Not going to use the Andre the Giant card or Shinsuke Nakamura, all of that. I typically save my events, because, those cost money, those took some time, so I like to keep those. I still have my Survivor Pro event cards, and I'm going to keep them. Alright, male speed. Oh yeah, so as you can see the card right now, that is Elite Becky Lynch. I pulled Elite Becky Lynch during the Neville ring domination, so I was pretty happy about that. I was going to show you guys that in the last video, but I forgot about it. Instead, I just showed you Rhino, which, by the way, I pulled that Rhino card. Okay, female tag team charisma. Pulled that Rhino card also during the Neville ring domination. That was probably the best ring domination as far as polls go for me. Alright, we got a perfect game right here, which, you'd expect that because we're just starting off the event. 15 out of 35 points for HBK, and let's do this, man. It felt like the road to the ultimate tier wasn't that long. Like, we got lucky. We got lucky with a bunch of pros and all that. Happy to be here, but now I've got to go ahead and keep going and not slack off like I did back in Season 2 or towards the end of Season 2. So I'm definitely going to get this Pro Neville card, and if there's another Ultimate event afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and get that too. Because also at this time, I'm still, like, I don't know right now if I'm going to run into the wall in this event, but last event I had to +1 or +2, using title matches the entire way once I reached the Alexa Bliss card. Now my deck's improved though. I've got an extra Ultimate Pro. Do I have one extra or two? I've got an extra Ultimate Pro, 2 extra Elite Pros, and a bunch of Ultimate cards. And the last event had a bunch of Elites in there, and now I don't have any Elites, but I do have, a female Elite card and also a SummerSlam Pro Alexa Bliss, but aside from the females, on the male side, don't have any Elites, so that's good, because last time, like, the Elites are a problem right now, I need to get rid of them, and prior to that, the previous event, I had some, Harden cards in there, so I was like, the Harden cards are a problem, as soon as I get rid of them, I'll be good, and obviously I wasn't, because then the Elites were the problem. Now I've got some single Ultimates in there, and I'm sure that in this event, I'll be like, I gotta get rid of these single Ultimates, because they're a problem. I'm losing these matches, and now running into the wall, so gotta get, whatever Pro I can get. I definitely want this Neville Pro too. Okay, so Speed and Charisma, Dean Ambrose versus The Miz, and the Rumble Man is less than 2 weeks away now. And I'm really excited for this Rumble because unlike the past years, it's unpredictable. It's like I'm sitting here, wondering if this guy wins it or this guy wins it. It's not clear, of course. Maybe like a guy like The Undertaker, his chances are better than somebody like, I don't know, Heath Slater or something like that, right? But it's like the past couple of years, you could pinpoint it's either, this guy or this guy. Like there was only 2 choices, if that. I remember the Rumble where Roman Reigns won. It was clear that Roman was going to win that. And then last year, it was either Triple H or Brock Lesnar. More likely Triple H, and I think that was my prediction too. And it ended up being Triple H. That certainly was a better Rumble, though, than the one that Roman Reigns won. That, to me, was the worst Royal Rumble I've ever watched. And yeah, man, concerning the Rumble, or about the Rumble, I've got a bunch of videos that I want to make about that. When I said in my Rumble Returns video that there's a lot to talk about this year's Rumble because it's so unpredictable, I was being serious. Like, there's a lot to talk about, or a lot I want to talk about when it comes to this Rumble and the winners. So expect some Rumble videos coming soon, maybe as soon as tomorrow. I was contemplating on whether or not I should max out Rhino in this King of the Ring. And then I was like, whatever, I'll just go ahead and max him out in this King of the Ring. Because I was thinking maybe I should just go ahead, keep him at level 28. I think he was level 38 or something once I used one WrestleMania Pro. And then level the rest of him up in a second King of the Ring. But then like, whatever, I'll just go ahead, fully max him out in this one. Because there is some tough competition in this King of the Ring. There are some people with 3 Ultimate Pros. So I gotta compete with that. Alright, so my first Ultimate King of the Ring is over, and I made it to the quarterfinals. So what happened basically is, in the standings, I ended up tying somebody else for the 5th place. So I didn't know whether I was going to face off against the number 3 guy or number 4 guy. I was hoping for number 4, because I knew I could beat him, and that was low-key, but instead I faced off against the number 3 guy, and he beat me 2 matches in a row. So I'm only gonna get 1 Elite card. Let's see what it is. And as always, time for you guys to guess who it is. You've got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you guys left that comment in. Let's find out what the Elite card is. And it is... damn it. 2 more updates. First off, Road to Glory currently on the Kofi card because I missed a ton of hours, so a bit behind there. And update number 2, when it comes to the brand new Ultimate Team League Pro, a spot has just opened up, so there's 1 more spot left. If you're in the Ultimate tier or above and you want an active team that can get the top card in Road to Glory, then you can go ahead and send them a request, and then on YouTube or on Twitter, send me a message or a tweet or a comment letting me know your username. if you sent that request. And also, if you got a screenshot of your pass points, that's even better. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can click that like button down below. Let's get this one to over 150 likes. And with that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.